Jake's POV. The attack section of the test is complete. Good job, recruits, the Major called out. That was easier than expected, I said. Sumo, how did you... No, what did you do? I didn't see. It is difficult to explain. In essence, I created a ball of water, then broke it into pieces, and launched them at the targets as quickly as I could, she explained, still breathing heavily and now sitting on the ground. I picked her up in my arms and carried her back to the Major. Thank you, Jake, she said. Once back, Sumo had recovered enough to perch on the notch on my armour. Sumo, Sentinel, it is now time to begin the second phase of your test. This is a group section, so follow me to meet with the others participating in today's test, the Major said, and began flying away. I walked after him, or tried to, but soon realised he was going too fast and too far for me, so Sumo had to do it despite her exhaustion. She sighed, beat her wings, and flew after the Major. A few minutes later, she got in contact with me. Jake, I will summon you, but I need a moment. We aren't going to be starting the next section of the test until the rest of the recruits have finished and arrived, so I'm going to rest. Is that okay with you? She sounded run down. The spell must have taken more out of her than I thought. Sure, no problem. I'll just start walking towards you. Maybe you won't even need to summon me, I suggested. Thank you, Jake, Sumo said. I began walking uphill in the direction they flew. The loose dirt made staying steady tricky, but I managed not to faceplant. More than once, anyway. After reaching the top of the hill, I started to hear a commotion nearby. I could see that in a nearby field, another Nume and a black serpent familiar were battling a dummy just as Sue and I had. Riek, I mumbled, annoyed. I watched his battle closely, studying how he and his familiar worked together. They moved smoothly. One moved in from behind while the other retreated. The snake would attack from behind while Riek would distract the dummy with attacks from above. It didn't take long for them to win. I watched them as they flew off in the same direction that the Major and Suma did. I got a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach when I realised what that meant. Swallowing my irritation, I resumed my walk to Suma. It didn't take too long, about 20 minutes, to reach them. Thankfully, the area wasn't a dense forest, just a lot of blue hills and flatlands. Suma was perched on a sack of vines, looking a bit less tired, and Riek was also there, perched a short distance away. Suma saw me walking up and flew over to my shoulder. Feeling better? I asked. Yes, a bit. Do you need some mana? I have a dowel jar ready to go, I offered. No, I think I should be fine for now, she said, but she didn't sound overly convincing. Don't wear yourself out. I have plenty of mana for us both. I will be fine, Jake, but if I do need any, I will let you know. I would have protested further, but another Nume landed beside us, and the Major interrupted by saying that everyone had now arrived. In total, there were 3 Nume and 3 familiars. Riek's black serpent, myself, and the familiar of the newest Nume who summoned it when he arrived. It resembled some kind of bug crossed with a goat. It had fangs, 6 legs, horns, and a thick cream-coloured coat of fur. All right, recruits, the Major announced. This portion of the test will be on how well you can operate as a unit. Teamwork is the only way to pass, and failure to do so will fail not only you, but your whole team. Sir, Riek called out. What is it, recruit? The Major asked. Are you saying that in order for one of us to be chosen for the Wyvern Brigade, every one of us has to pass this portion of the exam? That is exactly what I am saying, recruit. In a real situation, your team's success or failure can be entirely determined by a single member of that team. If one Nume fails, you all fail, the Major explained.